Good morning, dear children. This is Vashali ma'am. Welcomes you to your value education class. Children, today we are going to do chapter number 11, a solemn promise. Children, the word solemn means sincere. Okay, sincere or serious promise. Okay, we'll see how two friends kept the promise they made 20 years ago in this story. Maybe the conditions have changed, but both of them came to meet each other on the place they decided. इस स्टोरी में उन्होंने एक प्रॉमिस किया था जिसे आप कहते हैं ना पक्का प्रॉमिस. ओके, दे हैव डन अ प्रॉमिस दैट दे विल मीट ईच अदर आफ्टर 20 ईयर्स. ओके, एक जगह उन्होंने डिसाइड की थी जहाँ पर उन्होंने अपनी मीटिंग फिक्स की थी. And how the conditions have changed and how these friends meet, we'll see in the story. It was about 10 o'clock at night. A cold wind was blowing and it seemed as if it would rain. The night watchman was walking along the road. About halfway down the road, he suddenly quickened his pace. In the doorway of the darkened shop, he saw somebody leaning against the wall. The watchman walked up to him and flashed his torch at the leaning man's face. So what happened? It was 10 o'clock in the night and a man was leaning near a wall. एक वॉचमैन वहाँ से देखता हुआ आया कि एक मैन जो है a person is standing near the wall. And what happened? जब वो करीब आया तब वॉचमैन ने उस पर लाइट उसके फेस पर पॉइंट करते हुए he asked that what are you doing here? The light shadow, a pale face with thin lips and keen eyes, and a little white mark of wound near the right eyebrow. His tie pin had a big bright diamond on it. This is the appearance of the man. जैसे ही उसके फेस पर लाइट पड़ी, this was the appearance of the man. Okay, pale face, उतरा हुआ सा चेहरा था. Thin lips were there. Okay, and keen eyes. Keen eyes मतलब किसी को ढूंढ रही थी उसकी आंखें. Okay. What are you doing here? The watchman shouted, but the man remained calm. It's all right, friend. I am just standing here to meet a friend of mine. He continued. It's promise I made 20 years ago. So as the watchman asked that what are you doing here? मैंने पूछा आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो? That man said that you don't worry, I am standing here to meet my friend. मैं अपने फ्रेंड का यहाँ पर वेट कर रहा हूँ जिसको मैंने 20 साल पहले 20 years ago I have told him that we will meet the same place. 20 years ago, the watchman said with surprise. Yes, 20 years ago. At that time, there used to be a cafe where this shop stands now, said the man. It was until 5 years ago, said the watchman. Then they pulled it down. 20 years ago, exactly at this very hour, said the man. I was having dinner with my best friend Tony, the finest man in the world. The next morning, I left for abroad and Tony stayed here. We agreed to meet here again exactly after 20 years from that date and time. That's very interesting, remarked the watchman. Are you sure he'll come to meet you? Well, yes, I know. Tony will meet me here if he's alive, for he has always kept his promise. Then the man pulled out his pocket watch. The lid of the watch was decorated with tiny glittering diamonds. So now the man was explaining that watchman that how they have made that promise. He was standing in front of a shop. वो एक शॉप के सामने खड़ा था. And what did he say? That it was a कैफ़े ओवर ईयर. और एक समय आज से 20 साल पहले हम लोग इसी समय पर यहाँ पर डिनर कर रहे थे. एंड द वेरी नेक्स्ट डे दिस मैन हैज़ टू गो समवेयर अब्रॉड. उसको किसी और देश में जाना था. सो दूसरे दिन वो चला गया, लेकिन ये दोनों दोस्तों ने मिल कर के प्रॉमिस किया था कि हम जो है 20 साल बाद इसी जगह पर मिलेंगे. So the watchman asked that, are you sure that this person will come to meet you? He said that yes, he is the best person of the world, okay, for him, because he was his friend. तो उसने कहा कि नहीं, if he is alive, अगर वो जिंदा होगा, so he will surely come and meet me today. So the watchman was quite shocked also, but he said, okay, it's very interesting, and you can stay back and you just wait for that person. And he went away. That man took out a watch which was decorated with many diamonds. Okay, a pocket watch. उन्होंने अपने pocket से निकाली and it was very beautiful and it was 10, but there was no sign of टोनी. और टाइम हो चुका था, लेकिन जो टोनी था अभी तक वो वहाँ पर नहीं पहुँचा था. He looked at the watch. It was 10, but there was no sign of Tony. The watchman bade him good night and walked away, thumping his stick. The man waited for another 20 minutes. Nobody came. The man began to get anxious. Then suddenly a tall policeman appeared and approached the man who was waiting for Tony. The terror was obvious on the man's face. He was looking at the time that 10 o'clock हो चुका है, but the man was not there. His friend did not come to meet him. So he was a little anxious also. वो थोड़ा सा anxious भी हो गया था, थोड़ा घबरा भी गया था. And with that, that watchman walked away. He said, okay sir, good night. You can wait over here and I am going. And suddenly what happened? After some time, a tall policeman came in front of him और उन्होंने आकर टोनी से बात की. ओके, यू आर वेटिंग फॉर, सॉरी, उन्होंने आकर ही टॉक टू दैट मैन हु वाज स्टैंडिंग एंड वेटिंग फॉर टोनी. यू आर वेटिंग फॉर टोनी, आरंट यू? द पुलिसमैन इंक्वायर्ड. द मैन सेड नथिंग बट नॉडेड हिज हेड. हियर इज अ लेटर विच टोनी हैज सेंट फॉर यू, द पुलिसमैन सेड. तो जैसे ही उसने देखा वहाँ पर पुलिसमैन को, तो पुलिसमैन ने कहा कि आप यहाँ टोनी से मिलने आए हैं. यू आर केम हियर टू मीट टोनी, बट ही हैज़ सेंट अ लेटर फॉर यू. उसने कहा कि उसने जो है यहाँ आपके लिए लेटर भेजा है, और लेटर भेजने के बाद में उन्होंने कहा है कि आप इसे पढ़ लीजिए. आई एम हियर टू अरेस्ट यू. उसने कहा कि मैं आपको यहाँ पर अरेस्ट करने आया हूँ. ओके. The man unfolded the letter and began to read it. Dear Bob, I was here to meet you 20 minutes ago as we had promised. But when the watchman flashed his torch at your face, I saw the face of the most wanted man whom the police is searching to arrest in a robbery case. It shocked me. I could not arrest you myself, friend. 20 years is a long period and everything has changed. So have we. It has changed a good man into a robber. But the only one remarkable thing is that we could keep our promise. Goodbye. He folded the letter shamefacedly and walked away with the policeman to the police station. And what is written in that letter? उसमें लिखा था कि when the watchman had shown the light, has flashed the light on your face, I have seen your face, I was there to meet you. Okay, the name of that man was Bob and Tony has written the letter. Tony ने ये letter अब इस man के लिए, Bob के लिए भेजा, and in that he has written that I came to meet you, but as I saw your face, you were a robber and the police is searching for you. You are the most wanted man. ओके, पुलिस तुम्हें अरेस्ट करने के लिए ढूंढ रही है. एंड आई कुड नॉट अरेस्ट यू बिकॉज आई वॉज योर फ्रेंड एट सम टाइम. सो आई विल बी sending another policeman to arrest you. The other policeman came to arrest him and he said that everything has changed. You have changed to a robber and I am a policeman. I am a policeman. And he said that, but the only one thing which was remarkable कि हम दोनों जो थे अपनी बात से पक्के थे और हम दोनों एक दूसरे के लिए मिलने आए. We have kept our promise. Okay, and he said goodbye. And that person, Bob, he folded the letter and he was really ashamed. उसको बहुत शर्म आई वो लेटर पढ़ने के बाद में. And he made himself arrested to the policeman after that, and the policeman took him to the police station. Okay, so the moral of the story, children, is we should keep our promise. We should keep our promise. We should always follow the path of truth. Okay, if we have good friends, we should learn their good qualities. Okay, and try to be a good person, not taking the wrong path and being a bad one. Okay, so this is the moral of the story.